top level of play, and that's not a bad thing necessarily. You're still learning, playing against high caliber teams. So Anderson setting that one in for the kill, and she will get it just in the corner there, keeps it in. The Spartans leading 20-11.
I think when I look at what I'm seeing right now, it's the fact that Western Kentucky went from, against Marist, hitting 551. Now they're at 091. They're hitting efficiency. In Michigan, and coming back here, it's a really good opportunity for her to play in front of friends and family alike.
Izinga sends that one over for Michigan State. Cox, and a nice block there from the Spartans. Western Kentucky trying again. Preston, Izinga, and right there, just on the line, but the Spartans keep it in for the kill. Anderson showing not only by 3 points, but starting to pull ahead a little bit more, and that's going to give the Spartans momentum you don't want to give them right now. Coxing that one over, Izinga with a nice dig. Anderson will get the point there. Over not heavy, and that's something you like to see too from a power hitter like her. It's not always something you just have to immediately spike down. Sometimes those light taps.
They want their looks, and rightfully so. They've proven to be excellent, but they're okay with her doing that.
Spartans once again, this time Anderson, and Anderson converts. Very masterful mind, very volleyball minded, and that's exactly what you want to see. Preston's gonna start things off for the Spartans on a 5-0 run. Now Marist goes near side and meeting a flurry of defenders at that front line. It was Duzma and Anderson right there in blocking.
Duzma that she has to slide over, and Miller is so lethal that shutting her down early and often will be important.
Basic goes to the back line, first touch from Preston. Anderson has it now. Marist setting it over, blocked once again at the front line. Ball going back and forth. Duzma gets the block. Spartans now headed on offense. They go to Anderson. Anderson going deep. Now up top to the near side. Blocked once again by Anderson. Far side now for Bistro. Blocked once again. This front line of Michigan State doing work early, and they convert. A flurry of blocks, and they finally get the point to go their way. That is why you stay active on the net, and just the energy it takes to be able to
reads it, reacts, and finds a way to negotiate that one over again.
Now here's Marist. Anderson meeting her up front, and Anderson once again.
Why she is enjoyed to be had on this Michigan State squad.
Another block comes through. Michigan State continuing to do work on this front line.
Now seeing her twice in live game, as somebody who is dependable, you know what you're going to get.
Absolutely, and when you have those dependable players, what a dig there from Yosia to keep it alive. My goodness. Far side now. Nice job by Bishop to keep that one alive. Anderson finishes the job. How about that point? So many different lineups that she can go with. Anderson this time finds the spot that she wanted. It's that big time logo over on that far side. She's been going to that time and time. And when just clearing the net, Anderson right back to that big time logo, kept alive this time though. Tip pass coming through, kept alive by Yosia. And this set point, or excuse me, this point continues to go forward, and Michigan State finally converts. That rally going back and forth, but Michigan State comes through. You mentioned time and time again how the Spartans want to go towards that area, and Anderson kept that one in. Going to the near side that time. Anderson coming from that back line serving position.
Not accustomed to seeing her shot rejected.
Petkovic with the serve again for the Ramblers. Spartans sending it back over. And they will get the point there. Petkovic couldn't get the dig.
No, and I find it interesting that Anderson leaps really hard at the previous ball. Close out that one, 3-1.
Anderson sending it over. Fitting keeps it up. Ramblers send it back over. Yosia, Izinga to Anderson going for the kill, and she will get it.
Adjust to the effortless blocking system for the Ramblers.
Svetkovic serve, more tapping it over. Nice dig there. Izinga keeps it alive. Anderson sending it over, and she'll get the kill. Sam Folk to serve for Loyola Chicago. Holden with the reception. Anderson sends it over, kept up by Svetkovic. Just tapped over by the Ramblers. Michigan State keeping the ball up. Anderson sending that one down to the floor, and she will get the kill. Izinga to more, just trying to tap it over, block there. Ball gets sent back, Preston keeps it alive. Yosia just pushing that one over. And right there, a light tap from Anderson. But that's a point, Michigan State, as it stays in. Loyola Chicago looking like I think they thought that one.
You'll be okay. You'll hang around there.
Remis serves, received by Hold'em. Anderson just tipping that one over, finds open court. Folk couldn't get there in time. Point, Michigan State.
Well done by Michigan State to convert the serve on the...
Anderson keeps that one just on the line. A miscommunication there from the Ramblers. Thought that one was going out, and beautiful placement there from Akasha Anderson on the serve. Hold'em receives. Bishop over to Anderson. She'll find the open court for the kill.
Really pulled away now with 14 kills on the day, doubling her output from yesterday.
Huge block there by the Ramblers, kept alive by the Spartans. Anderson, and right there, at the time you needed the most, Akasha Anderson, 17 kills, a new season high.
From their Western Michigan match last week.
Absolutely. You can see the communication from Michigan State off early. Nice dig there from Hold'em. Anderson once again, Akasha Anderson coming alive early, looking to get in a groove, and once she does that, it's hard to... The Mastodons can flip the script. So Betts to Rutkoy, and an attacking error that time.
System, but then as you exclaimed there, Jack, Yosia recovered excellently.
Dug out nicely that time from Hold'em. And now the Spartans got something going. Hold'em with the dig to keep it alive, and Anderson.
To close this one off in 4 and not extend for a multitude of reasons.
Absolutely. Dug out nicely by Bishop. Preston now. Rutkoy keeps it alive. Go far side, and that one blocked up front. It's all smiles for the Michigan State front line because...
But it's not like they're getting blowout wins here.
Bishop on the serve. The Wolverines return with a little bit of a lob. Now set up for Anderson. The block tipped. Wolverines fire back. Excellent dig out by the Spartans. Maddie Cochran dives to keep the point alive. Allison Jacobs at the net. Cochran again, back to Jacobs. Tipped over. Spartans set things back up. Preston sets it up. And how about that? Akasha Anderson fires one over and clips the edge of the court. To a victory in this second set. 20-18, the Wolverines with a 2-point lead. Spartans in service. Here comes the attack. Allison Jacobs blocked at the net. Wolverines try it again. Jacobs fires. Dug out by Preston. Set back up, sent over by Preston. Now Nyambio tries the attack, blocked by Anderson at the net. Make it a 1-point match.
And that's what I said.
Here's the serve for the Spartans, down 2. Set up by Jacobs. Wolverines on the attack now. Here come the Spartans. Akasha Anderson does it again.
Yeah, Akasha Anderson's day has really been a mixed bag because she
17 kills for Merzik, only in set 3. We have one more to go, at least after this.
Been a bit of a struggle for the other pin hitters today for the Nittany Lions, but Merzik has picked up the slack. Now the block forces Michigan State to rinse and repeat. Stark gets it over. but Michigan State able to get a fist on it. Now Stark goes for the dump as she continues to stay aggressive. Yosia will set Preston, sent back by Merzick and Stark. Bishop now to the back row. Anderson finishes off the rally.
Back and forth deadlock for now.
High effort, high energy from Yosia as she receives Mendelssohn's serve once again. Anderson.
Take this first set. Corsellis serving, you only need 4 points. Feels like the time is now for them.
Bishop over to Anderson. Hayworth takes it herself, but a great reaction there by Bishop. And Anderson sets it over and paints that back corner.
She takes the swing herself from that front row. Now she's got a chance to serve for the set if she can get this point.
Good block there at the net by the Spartans. Bishop over to Anderson, finds the gap, a campfire of Hoosiers around the ball.
Basically a lot, Avery Tatum did that a little bit in the second set, saying, you've got to beat me, and that time Indiana came out on the short end.
Sometimes that's what you need to do, especially in those tight corners. Tatum trying to respond, but Anderson again, I mean, Eva Vickers checks out, sells back in for Indiana. Preston to serve, and Akasha Anderson, quick response to serve for the Spartans. Wilkinson on their feet. Dug out Maple. Set. Tatum stuffed at the net. That had a lot of power. I mean, we could hear that from here, the pop of the ball.
Booling preparing to serve. Pushed back by Grimes. Set up. And Anderson coming in with a big-time block to tie us up. Sent over by Stark. Oldham. Anderson. Stark keeping it alive. Trying to finish it off. Spartans had different plans. Bishop. Anderson. Rejected right at the net. Jara vicious.
On the offensive end, she's found ways to get involved.
Yes, she has. Anderson getting a service ace, turning those errors into aces here, Brian. The Spartans seem to have come out of that timeout hot.
No, that's exactly it. And it's
from Oklahoma. And a block. What a start for Michigan State. Anderson got a big piece of it.
We knew that Spartan block was going to need to be tough.
Lainey Smith, the swing from that right side, a freshman for the Illini. Smith swings again, and she's blocked again.
She's able to go cross-body and find that spot on the floor.
It's been a while since Michigan State won a set. There's the block once again, the first one of set 2.
Anderson is coming after that block right there. She is so strong.
Great libero matchup we have tonight. Anderson, cross-court kill.
Akasha Anderson looks like a completely new player.
A positive message, it appears. Merritt Beeson now. Anderson puts it down. Point Michigan State. Murray dug by Bishop. What a play by Hold'em. And Anderson with the block. Point Michigan State.
Michigan State's defense has been the difference here late in this second.
This is Hari to serve. Duzema going for the kill. Hari keeps it alive. Hold'em to Bishop. Bishop sets Hold'em back up. Hold'em going for the kill. Hurd. Bishop. Yosia setting up Anderson. Anderson looking for the kill. Kept alive by Hari. Hold'em right behind the blockers. Anderson looking for the kill. That one just off the hands of Alexis Hari and point Michigan State.
Yeah, I think there it's worth mentioning that both Julia Bishop
for the Spartans. A nice dig there from Yosia. Hold'em sending that one over the net. Hurd sending up to front line, and what a block put up by Anderson and Kulig to get the Spartans the point.
Side nicely done in system, and the kill by Akasha Anderson. You wouldn't have on the overpass. Ford would have hammered it down. Anderson with the tip, and Michigan State has had success going over the top softly.
You know, when you're going against the top blocking team, you've got to figure out ways to score. And actually, number 23, Madison Peach, her mom is involved with that organization, and they do that.
Her coach, Brad Keller, says that she has the chance to be one of the best hitters in the nation one day, and you can see why. Just the athleticism, the hang time, and comes from a super athletic family. Her dad, a professional athlete, Nate Livings, is a star offensive lineman at LSU, won the 2003 national championship. So now Batenhorst back in double digits. 17 of 19 matches. She's been at 10 or more kills. And that one hits the back line. Kill for the Spartans.
Anderson with a season high 18 kills versus Washington on October 20th.
That was the last match. They took set number 1, and then Washington had identical 25-18, set 2, 3, 4 wins to win the match. Anderson has 1 ace, but 17 kills tonight for Michigan State. Ford again. Yosia says, not yet. Keeps it alive, and out of the back, Anderson, my goodness, that was a rocket.
That was like a quick one front set almost, but coming from the back row. Wow, she is really getting on top of the ball. When she is getting her chance, she is delivering. Look at that. Wow.
Take away match point number 2 for SC. So we will go extra here in set 3. Out of the back, Livings has had success that time with the off speed. And again, Anderson. Now it'll be set point number 1 for Michigan State.
Michigan State not closing that block and putting up a solid ball in front of her.
A 6'5" grad student. Had her career at Nebraska and then wanted to be a 6 rotation player, and they didn't make it easy on USC in set 1 or set 2. They really made USC work for it. And another block. Anderson part of that up at the net. And Leah Johnson, the head coach, clapping her hands together for her team. Anderson hammers it, and that will be it.
Here's Joy Ume in to serve, the grad student from Lakewood by way of UC Irvine. 4 aces on the year, sends one to the back row. Bishop in the middle of the court, out to the left, and with authority, Anderson, she can hit the ball. Let me tell you, watch if you can, or if you didn't see the, will be the server to our left. Left to right, Spartans attacking in set 2. Pack out to the left side. Leverett trying to wipe it off the wall, but the Spartan block is there, and that is their second block.
Pack saying sorry there on that trap set. She finished
17 aces. The former Stanford Cardinal. Right side it goes. Anderson off the fingertips of Duick. All right, so back to serve for Michigan State. Maya Bolton, she puts it in play. Out to the left side. Leverett is blocked. That's the third block. Ball in play from Sydney Breon. Anderson, right out of the middle. Not afraid to hit from there.
and point Spartans.
Julia Bishop with the serve. Breon brings it back to the front row. Horn is going to be blocked. Michigan State's fourth of the day. Ball down the middle to Breon. Pack. Backside it goes to Olsen. Off the soft block, kept alive by Hold'em. A swing out of the back for Anderson, who fires up her group.
Service error now for the Gophers. Perhaps the one thing that Coach Keegan Cook would want them to clean up right now.
That time it's Anderson leaning away, firing, and off the block. 17-20.
And wow, there's two so far, one of them good.
Set behind and a nice attack on the far side.
On the cross court, she's been great.
Someone on the near side able to be picked up there. Anderson. Attack, long response. Set to Anderson again, this time a gentle touch. And Anderson at the net.
Just slightly beneath her season average.
She is certainly bringing the boom. So that one is set to the outside, and Michigan State with a nice response of their own.
Yeah, we're going back and forth like an argument here, Charlie. I mean,
we're seeing a lot more international influence at the collegiate level over the last few years. Terps still at 23. Here's Scherer. Handled handedly, which means plenty more time for the Terps to get back in it. Loose set for Scherer. And it's been sloppy like that of a start to set number 2.
Yeah, they have to just get their outside hitters in better positions, as Scherer got in a better position there. But again, that's MSU now getting a better block game than they had.
Keep it in front, right over the top of the tape. So you limit it to just 3 passers in the back row, but they still can't expect it.
And there it's Akasha Anderson.
They have 6 errors. That's a number that's arguably too high, but 3 aces, that's where you want to be.
Anderson goes across and sets up set point. It's one of those where you don't need a wall to practice. It'll just come back itself.
Look at that again. Nice out by Hold'em.
Excellent attack from Kulig. And it's Kulig and Anderson. The brick wall on the right side for the Spartans.
And the cheers rain down, Charlie. Talk about a roundabout game for Burke. 30 assists, 16 digs, and now an ace for her.
3 of them, no less, in this one. Anderson rises up and brings it down. Keeping this Spartan.
Such a steep angle.
Bishop sets to Anderson, and Anderson. Serve from Bishop. And it's the block. Stepping up. Duzama and Anderson come together.
Here is Alyssa Warden out of the Spartan timeout. Blocked by Iowa. And a kill for the Spartans. Here's Taylor Preston. Meitzler for Urquhart. She's blocked at the net. And Michigan State takes their first lead of the set. And a dug out by the Spartans. Here's the swing. Tipped at the net. Meitzler keeps it alive. Gallus for Urquhart. She's blocked. Set point once again for Michigan State. Gallus a dig. Meitzler sets it up for Warden. Blocked. This one's out of play. Spartans take set number 1. Duzema with the kill there, as here is Yosia on the serve. Meitzler, Gallus hits it over. Big swing. Warden has to send it over to Meitzler. Long way. Garcia sends it over. Here's the swing. Tipped over. Meitzler takes it out. Gallus for Urquhart. She's blocked. Big block by Kulig and Anderson once again.
And Iowa's going to have to find a way to get around those two for this Hawkeye team to succeed.
The team leader in digs. This one's going to be sent over by Urquhart, but she is blocked again. Gallus, tough setup for Warden. She saves it. Urquhart has to get it over, and she does. Bishop for Preston. Big swing and a kill.
Hawkeyes need to get something going offensively right now.
Set up, big swing and a kill. Another one for Aaliyah Moore. Getting into the game now. Junior from Madison, Wisconsin, and a transfer from Central Michigan. Big swing, and Whittingstall can't take it out. Julia Bishop with the serve. Amaral sets it up for Whittingstall. Tipped at the net, scramble drill again. Sent over. Amaral for Warden. She's blocked at the net. Anderson and Duzema combined for the...
That time pressed it down well, but Michigan State still comes out with one there.
Great job by the sophomore from Warsaw, Poland. Sent over by Yosia, corralled nicely by Owabede, and now sent over by Mimi Collier. Yosia dug it out that time nicely. Anderson with the kill. 4-3 Michigan State now.
Is Mimi Collier ready and set to go? That was amazing.
See why she is top 10 in program history in kills, and now Akasha comes back for the Spartans. They needed that one. Sends it over. Owabede gets it up. One's hit by Morris for Collier. Collier, and that one's blocked nicely in front. That's Susanna Kulik that time.
In each of the times Maryland has had a kill attempt, Michigan State responded well so far.
The graduate middle blocker, so versatile offensively for the Terrapins, and a nice block there by Anderson and Okor.
It's been a really, really good game as she's hitting on 500 exactly.
Sam Sire, the 5th year from Strongsville, Ohio, sends this one across. They play it over to Anderson now, and that one just hit that back line. A beautiful shot by Akasha to tie this 3rd set back up.
Here we go, 3s now, and for Michigan State.
Using that far side of the court, and as you mentioned, she does have that shot in her arsenal. This one sent over nicely to Scherer, but sent over to the Sarton side. A nice pancake there by Gunter. Seen a few of those from her today, but Anderson with the identical shot to that far side. Big swing and a home run, 4-3 MSU.
Yeah, I like the way that Michigan State facilitated right there. That was quite good.
Focused, trying to get the win. We talked about it early on in the match, just trying to end the season on a high note. There's a block. It's Akasha Anderson and Neil Okor. The Spartans continue to dominate up front.
Sia once again, very aggressive serve. She can really whip that wrist down and get some speed. She gets a dig there. Bishop getting it over to Stanishevska, but the Wildcats recover. They go to Reed once again, and it's blocked up front. Michigan State off to an early 4-1 lead.
And wow, Zuzana Kulig, I mean, think about it. We're sitting here in late November, that Bolton had been in to this point. Doesn't come up with one there. Here come the Spartans.
So Russo serves, Stanishevska with a kill attempt. That one blocked up front. Now here's Reed, blocked! Zuzana Kulig and Akasha Anderson were right there. Kulig was able to make the full contact. And the Spartans.
Hey, she has 17 digs this season, mostly dumping it in, using her IQ, but she'll take that one as well. Gets in for another dig. Schumacher still plays that ball. Marshall from the back row, the denial by Michigan State.
Tech down the line, stuffed on the slide. Cash Anderson on the block.
Gotten as many kills as she normally does. She does lead the team with 40, doing a nice job in overall presence for the Yellow Jackets.
Cash Anderson goes cross court, trying to fire up her teammates. 5th kill of the matchup for Cash. A top 25 matchup is Kansas leading 11-7 here in set number 2 against the Purdue Boilermakers. Purdue won set number 1. And the Boilers trying to respond to Kansas here in set number 2. Woolard tries to push it, probably would have been out. Kansas plays it. Anderson. Kansas block so strong on that right side. Cash Anderson gets dirty, but followed up and the finish from Ryan Swanson.
In terms of kill conversion, she has found some kind of heater.
Cash Anderson banks that one off the hand of Kristen Klein. 19-13.
And then Kansas on the other side of the ball lost 5 players that were on the All Big 12 first or second team. So it's just 2 completely new teams that are still kind of getting used to each other, getting used to playing starting minutes and things like that. And so it's early in the year. There's going to be wrinkles. There's going to be kinks. That may be one of those that you just don't challenge it because you guys are kind of on a roll right now, and Purdue certainly feels like they're rolling.
Kansas. Grace Nelson out there just moving people around. Grace Heaney. Cash Anderson. Ching, ching. Anderson cashing in for the Boilers. 6 kills.
I was about to say, you might be singing to the future here.
We get excited here, man. I hope I'm a future teller. Cash Anderson with the block. Anderson now with 2 blocks on the evening and cuts the Kansas lead to 1. Holloway tries to come to their feet. 8-8. Boiler block. Over it. Anderson. Cash money as this place comes alive. Purdue takes the 9-8 lead in set 5.
Never let.
Foster gets it over. Off the block. Boilers keep it up. Lindsey Miller on the slide. Cash money! She walked off the floor wondering when she'd be back, and she came back loudly.
Did indeed. It's Cash Anderson on that left side. Cash money. Anderson doing a nice job.
Their first lead of this matchup here in set number 1.
We're indeed out of that timeout. Some miscommunication by the Jaguars. Try to go back to Tippmann, but it's blocked by Cash Anderson.
Through Cash Anderson and Dior Charles, which is not an easy task.
Not at all. We talk about 2 tall defenders, but Tippmann and the 2 tall defenders do come up in this one. Kind of a presence, though. Hadn't heard Tippmann's name in a second, and we won't hear it now as Cash Anderson gets the block. It'll be the libero Roeder with the serve, goes over, but Cash Anderson able to get it back over for the Boilermakers. Set up, dug out by Woolard. Woolard was able to keep this point alive. Cash Anderson able to finish things, takes the Cash to the bank.
Anywhere with it but into the block.
Service pressure. Howry left her feet to save it. Then she scrambles to get back in the play. Anderson right over the top of where the center had just dove out of the way.
Such a smart set choice from Taylor Anderson right there. Anderson to Anderson, it's all coming up Anderson. I love the push cross court and then the tip just up and over. Defensive game going a little bit longer. That's what Purdue's known for.
Yeah, they're gritty backcourt players. Purdue has made a living on that. And Anderson with another smart one. She's got you pointing to your head again.
She's so smart in making really high IQ swing shot selections. The player that I have seen her be is...
You want to always give your hitter the opportunity to swing in an open net.
McAleer got it right back to Illinois. Phelan turns to attack. Little confusion, bump set, Anderson with velo. We're tied at 16.
That's what Anderson can do from the left side. She just goes up and buries this ball
to the pins, and then they need to do a good job blocking, slowing down UCLA's offense at the net.
Very tough serve that time from Ryan McAleer, the 5'6" sophomore. It includes the back row quick and the pipe as well. Middle of the court. Akasha Anderson with her first kill, the transfer from Reston, Virginia, in the 3rd and 4th respectively. Hendrickson back on to serve, and that was absolutely ripped. But a net violation is going to be called. You surprised Coach Shondell hadn't called a timeout here?
A little bit. This is a must-win set for Purdue.
Anderson on the outside going off speed. Nice location by Cash Anderson.
Akasha Anderson, 13 in black,
UCLA's got to find their offensive rhythm once again. Purdue's block. Dior Charles making some good slowdowns. And slowdowns and throwdowns that time by Akasha Anderson. Working on Leverett. Good stab by Anderson. And right into the middle. In the campfire. And now Purdue looking up at a reverse. 315 on the year, was 11 of 31 as mentioned in that comeback win against UCLA. Working on Deckert, and she's a very good passer. Anderson over the top of the block and just inside the end line.
Akasha Anderson reading the defense, took something off of it, but found open.
Here is Trubant. Oh, that is a well-placed tip. You could hear Coach Brad Keller right in front of us. As soon as that ball left the hand of Trubant, he went, yes, good serve. Ooh. Sometimes it goes, and sometimes it comes back even faster.
Purdue knows it's coming. Two-hitter situation for USC.
Set point number 1. What a dig by McAleer. And right back at you. Set number 2 goes to Purdue.
Defense is the name of the game, and Purdue's doing it better. Way more opportunities to kill the ball, and Purdue is just much more aggressive right now.
Purdue closing. Gala Trubant on to serve. Purdue coming off the reverse sweep on Thursday night at UCLA. Fought off 4 match points. Very poor set in transition. Got to keep that ball off the net. And blocked by Purdue. Anderson along with Charles.
USC missed opportunity on a tight transition set. They get another opportunity.
So knows the Big Ten well. Started her career at Auburn. The overpass will give it. They go out of the back to Woolard. Nice pass to get things started from McAleer, and it leads to a Purdue point.
And you talk about McAleer, just defensively, she's so steady in that left back. On the
slide from Sydney Wyman. The big block set up. Now, Anderson has been very active.
Yeah, I want to note here
against USC in the sweep. Had a bit of a slow start for her here against Ohio State. She's had 9 swings, just 2 kills, and hitting 0 so far.
thumb down, finds open court despite 4 hands in front of her face.
Anderson out to Cash Anderson. The Anderson connection for the point.
Well, that's the first time we've really seen Cash Anderson unleash on a ball, and this is
on a tear. 12-2 overall this season are the Boilermakers. Ohio State on the board first, though. Good start for them. Cash Anderson will take that one lobbed up at the net and put it away.
Yeah, when you're playing defense, it's not good enough to just get the ball up. You want to dig the ball and keep it, obviously, on your side. Going hard. She's got a great whip for an arm.
Yeah, Jen Flynn Oldenburg, her coach, says she's the Energizer Bunny, just keeps going for our team. And the overpass gives Cash Anderson another chance to just hammer it. Ohio State with a 2-point advantage. Anderson, that was a good looking swing.
How she's patient and smart. Grace Heaney is such a fun player to watch.
I call her sneaky. She's just sneaky good. Sneaky Heaney. Maybe not like that loud kill that bounces. 79 attacks. They're all hitting over 333 for Purdue's offense. This is the lefty on the outside now. Gunesh has to just push that one over. Anderson gives it a go.
Ohio State is in rotation 1, so Hannah Jones is on the right side.
Been a nice freshman mix that can kind of contribute to Kelly in the future.
Yeah, Big Ten Freshman of the Week a couple weeks ago for Adriano. Murray again. Anderson working overtime. Free ball for the Boilers. Anderson again. And the Huskers can't keep it off the floor, and Akasha Anderson, the #1 Cornhuskers. We'll see what they can do here in set number 2 as we're underway. Nice dig there. Sigler. And the Boiler block awakens for the first point of set number 2.
Defensive side, we saw some of the offensive. She is one of the best two-way players in the country.
Tough pass, but Murray was able to get it over. Free ball for Nebraska. Adriano stuffed. The Boiler block engaged. It's 12-11.
Boilermakers doing it.
The Monon spike match in Indianapolis is underway. Akasha Anderson, the transfer from Michigan State, sends it down for Purdue.
Purdue had an overhaul of their roster, so it's a lot of transfers that have never played in the Indiana-Purdue match.
Let alone this environment.
No.
Sliding Borsima pushes, cleaned up by Heaney. Tip from Anderson. Great defense from Cortheus, a stumble, and Purdue takes advantage. The Monon Spike Trophy. Line drive from McAleer. Back set for Sell, off the block.
And you can see they're coming out and they're getting better in every single match they play. And that's all from your big offensive leaders, but also from Coach Schweihofer as well. She's building this team, building this program, and you can see the way that they're reacting and continuing to grow.
It was a nice kill from Dior Charles, transferred in from Wake Forest, where mainly known for her defense, but she's got a couple of kills here in this opening set. Nearly another ace there off the missed hit return. Back to Akasha Anderson, and she has been carrying the load here in the opening set. That's 4 kills for Akasha, and that brings up 5 set points for Purdue. Impressive, and they were itching to get her back. She redshirted last year, had a pretty good freshman campaign trying to get into the rotation, but now here as a junior making a much bigger impact, and that thing was roofed back. What a block by Akasha Anderson. 23-21, Purdue 2 points away from a 2-0 lead. Here's Maxwell. Akasha Anderson again. Maxwell falling down, just keeps it alive. Big bump. It's Akasha again. And she is on the money right now. Akasha Anderson with 8 kills.
Here are the Boilers and the Illini. 99th meeting all time between the two. Illinois won 52 of them. Boilers have won 4 of the last 6. Tompkinson powers one over. Here comes a tip from Anderson. Good save by Kirsch for the Illini. Boilers will get another swing this time. A powerful swing by Anderson. The Illini play it up. Philpott off the block. We're going to get another long rally. One more for Anderson, this time through, and good for a Boilermaker kill. Akasha Anderson.
Seems to me every swing she has, she takes a different approach and mixes it up.
Here's Anderson. She's been everywhere. She's just a little bit out long. Teammate Sienna Foster is from Lafayette. So there are a couple of the locals. Lyle into the block, but she plays it back. Another swing, this time tip. And right there to cover it is Taylor Anderson. Here comes Akasha Anderson. It's long and no touch.
It really is impressive just how many offensive options that Ryan McAleer was there, ready in a defensive position. She's still just overpowered by that swing.
Another double-digit performance for Taylor DeBoer with 10 kills now. This is a rare swing for Phelan. On the Illini side, Anderson again, and she finds it for the Boilers. And they're up 2-0.
Has seen it pay off in a big way, especially in offensive production.
Serves it here, and Kenna Waller with 10 kills on the night. Last year, a second team All Big Ten. I beg your pardon, that was Taylor Anderson. Kenna Waller, he said, not too shabby in her contributions last year. 1.6 kills come through with that one, so now it means it's a 7-point lead here in set 3. Tompkinson. Another attack. Double block. Have to pop that one up. Hernandez. Dug by McAleer. Here comes Anderson, and she'll pick up a kill as that one bounds towards the band.
To get this thing back going in their direction.
Hirsch runs it down. Phelan, long set to Philpott, into a block off her shoulder. That was a tough set by Phelan.
Dave Shondell earning his 500th program victory. We could go. And now a free ball for Purdue, trying to make it 3 in a row. Heaney with the tap. Gophers keep it up. Cash Anderson. Anderson off the block, and it's 3 in a row for Purdue as Anderson comes in and gets her first kill of the matchup. And now Keegan Cook wants to have a conversation. Heaney heating up after the last 2. And another free ball for Purdue. We'll see if Heaney gets 3 in a row. Cash Anderson cashing in on a Sunday afternoon to tie this game up at 16. Boiler block trying to turn up the volume. Not affecting the Gophers today, but Cash Anderson finds the range.
Purdue thinks there's been a net violation as Akasha Anderson doesn't care. It's a slasher movie for Akasha Anderson.
And that is the look of a veteran squad. Purdue thought there should have been a call. There wasn't. McAleer to serve. Confusion between the Gophers. Boilers have a chance. Game, set, match.
No doubt
Cash
about that
Anderson
one.
Says thanks for coming. Purdue in a thriller walks it off 18-16 over the number 20th ranked team.
The difference for Michigan State at the moment has been their communication, Nora. You can really see it. They're yelling when to get out of the way and when to chase it down. Spartans, one more. Mumjula. Knocked down, back row, Purdue getting another kill.
Having Malay along on the court all the time, they're still trying to figure out the chemistry between both setters.
Front line was ready for Staniszewska. Silence in the Breslin Center. Finds the back row. McAleer, Keeney, Long with the dig. Schneider sets it up high for Staniszewska. Anderson was ready. Anderson believes she has it, and so does the line judge. Akasha Anderson having a showing against her former team. Her way a .533 hitting percentage, only one error on the afternoon. Long with the serve. Awkward bounce, but Purdue is able to handle it. Akasha Anderson, the one-hand dump off. Effie Duzema.
Rachel Williams. Jacobs from the back row. Projected back the other way and inbounds.
Martin is hitting .309 this season in terms of hitting percentage. She serves it away. Akasha Anderson across the floor. Ewing digs it out, but it'll be a free ball for Purdue. Anderson, back for Anderson again. It'll drop in on the backside. Point Purdue.
National champions last season, trying to get back on the right way here this year.
Gray Senior, her fifth set, or her fifth serve of this one, rather. As Martin tried to get it through from the back line, but Taylor Anderson shut it down with the block. That first set had 11 ties and 5 lead changes. This one has had just 2 ties and no lead changes. Purdue has led or tied the entire time, and Akasha Anderson puts Purdue at the first to 20.
Yeah, Anderson says the bank doesn't close for 29 more minutes, and another deposit there.
For Penn State right now, Selman and Martin are in, as well as Hop and Gabrielle Nichols, as Akasha Anderson off the block and down.
Grab those, my friend.
0 for 1. I tried to grab it, but my short arms couldn't quite get there, Craig. Cash Anderson on that left side, and Cash Anderson take it to the bank. Cash Anderson now with her first kill of the match.
Yeah, and Anderson normally concerned about the service errors, but if the Hawkeyes keep playing the way and hitting the ball that they are, they're having a good game.
Well, indeed. It's Cash Anderson again on that left side, finds the open floor. Cash Anderson, third kill of the match.
Yeah, and that's
and blocked by Cash Anderson at the net. McAleer serves it up for the Boilermakers. It'll be Van Zant for the Hawkeyes. Back to Anderson. Anderson with the kill. Cash Anderson, kill number 4. Set 1, Purdue. Matt doing a nice job getting it done for the Hawkeyes behind the service line. Iowa keeps it alive. Goes to Varez. The set to Anderson. Anderson with the kill. Cash Anderson closed set number 1 and gets the Boilermakers on the board in set number 2.
absolutely think about it for an extra couple of sets or a couple of rounds.
Do indeed. The Hawkeyes get a chance. It'll be Van Zant. A lot of power, but McAleer able to get it back for the Boilermakers. Nice job by Cash Anderson. Moiseo tried to get it, not able to get there.
I was going to say, Alyssa Warden swung so hard she knocked herself over.
What is that, Newton's third law?
I don't know, I'm a comm major.
Fair enough. Blocked by Lulich. It'll be point Purdue.
Warden knew what's up, excuse me.
Van Zant down the middle. Stuffed by Dior Charles. This is what they're made of. The biggest gap now that we've seen too. Iowa lost set number 1 by 4, set number 2 by 3. But Boilermakers say no, no, no. The combo of Cash Anderson and Lindsay Miller says block, and the block party is on their feet.
Nice job there.
Yeah, Purdue has not played well out of the gates so far. A lot of reception errors off the serve. So they'll feed Anderson on the outside, and she drops it where no one was standing, and she'll tie the game up at 10 apiece. She's been used as a serving specialist sub. during this campaign for the Boilermakers. On the slide, blocked by Akasha Anderson. What it's worth is out of the negatives in hitting percentage. They're at 0 now with 7 kills and 7 attack errors in this set. Kenna Woolard sends it away from the service line. That one blocked down by Dior Charles. So Kenna Woolard now from the service line. Bryant just had to flare that one to the other side. Now McAleer coming over to cover. Anderson, big swing down onto the front row line. And another point for the Boilermakers. Back up 7. On the attack, I would say that would help out a lot.
Overpass, and then the joust at the net, won by Akasha Anderson. Anderson now with 6 kills. It's 19-16. Sucharovic sends it away. Heaney has been sensational here in set 4. Cash Anderson.
Yeah, 3-0 run is restored now for Purdue.
Ducks looking to stop the bleeding. A designer block from Dior Charles gives Purdue. Vowlette with 15 kills already, the high toss. Anderson to Anderson. Cash Anderson, the closer, has been the closer for Purdue all season long, and here she comes again.
And you guessed it, Nebraska, who's still undefeated, period, this season. The only 2 teams in the country to stay perfect on the road. That's McAleer, the libero, with the set and a sharp angle kill from Akasha Anderson, and it's a little quiet inside the field house right now.
Tooled right off.
Vajic has been brilliant in November. Her attack percentage on the season has gone up by 33 points. This is Natalie Wardlow. Anderson, that's cross court. Anderson extends the match by a point. He surpassed the 500 win mark on October 19th against Rutgers. He's up to 507 now. We're playing ball. First serve from Lauren Carter, the senior setter for Northwestern. On senior night inside Holloway Gymnasium, Purdue honored Northwestern's seniors with flowers as well.
She's really driving that ball deep and making it hard for Northwestern to run the offense that they want.
Rylan Reed with the pass. And Bullington is denied again. The Purdue block has been outstanding.
I was going to say, that's another piece that's really changed here. The Purdue.
And yet here they sit in 3rd place, and with the potential to tie the program record for Big Ten wins in the Shondell era in a single season. She serves right. Bullington blocked away. Point Purdue. Gotten back to their first set ways here in the 3rd, and the Boilers have a lead in large part because of their defense. In the middle, Simkis for Northwestern with the swing. Akasha Anderson, that is down, point Purdue.
Significant challenge and successful by Coach Shondell and his staff. Gilk was rejected. The block by Purdue, putting up a brick wall in set 1. Anderson places that perfectly for a clutch kill for Purdue. We respect so much what they do. Hannah says, don't put me in there. Swenson, tricky swing. Akasha Anderson, she has just been tooling it and tooling it. She's got 13 kills to lead all scores. McAleer steps in at the last moment. Here's Akasha Anderson dropping that in near the back line, and Purdue takes set 3. Anderson takes care of business. Purdue looked perfectly in rhythm for that point. Match point for Minnesota. Julia Hansen flying in from the back row, and the block surfaces again for Purdue.
You watch the
feed Tatum some more as she's feeling good here at Mackey Arena. Cash Anderson goes cross court, finds the floor, point Purdue, a 1-point advantage for the homeboard loss. So now Grace Heaney behind the service line. Willard keeps it up out of the back row. Anderson gets it over, Hoosiers keep it up. To it off the block, McAleer saves it. Willard off high hands. Again, back and forth, these two teams go. Long rally. And Cash Anderson with the dunk. Finishing off.
Hoosiers find themselves up 1.
Third block of the game for Cortheus. Huge swing is Cash Anderson.